Today I'm checking the trail cameras for the first time this spring. With this outing, I wanted to do something a little different and show you some of the land around the pond. The weather has been gorgeous after such a long winter, and this transition season has so much about it that's unique. It's a really special time to be out on the land. I like to set the cameras out sometime in April, usually early April. At that point of the year, there's enough snow and it's solid enough that I can still snowshoe out there in the first place. If you wait too much longer, it starts to melt out from underneath and you're post-holing up to your hips, and it's just not a fun time. Because there's not as much animal activity yet this early in the season, they wait for the snow to melt just like we do. I can leave the cameras out for longer, waiting for the snow to disappear so that retrieving the cards and checking the results comes a little easier. It's also a lot of fun to get the cameras out so early and see who of the local wildlife is the first to show up for the year. Well, it's been 29 days since I set the trail cameras out for the first time this year. So today, snowdrifts have melted out enough that I think I can get up there without too much trouble and see what we have to find. I tested out a couple new locations, places I've wanted to put them in the past. If they're fruitful, I might go ahead and just get another camera or two this year. I try to add a camera every year. Faster than they wear out and die. And it smells so good. You can smell the dirt. There are new down trees. Use those for firewood. All right. Well, here's our first camera. And that is a big old pile of poop. Interesting. My new test location turned out to be a pretty decent spot, getting over 30 triggers for the month. The only bummer is that when I was reviewing the images, discovered this camera is just becoming unreliable. I think it's nearing the end of its life, and over half of those triggers recorded no image at all. So I'll be purchasing a new camera this year. I'm going to try a different brand and see how I like it. In the meantime, here's what camera number 1 caught. Oh, look at this. Okay. Definitely have moose tracks and poop. But yeah, look at that. It's a good, decent sized moose. I wonder if it's the cow moose that we've seen around the house lately. And there's just like a line of moose poop on this section. It just goes all the way down. Not a lot growing through this leaf litter yet, but it will. Let's go see what the meadow's doing. These willow brush are so tall. At some point, I do want to figure out how to harvest some of the branches and work with them to make some basketry. Our second creek is flowing. There are 2 seasonal creeks. The other one comes down from farther up the hill. But this is encouraging. It means that this is going to green up and get really pretty very soon. Yes. Marsh marigolds are out here too. The last time I was here, the pond was still mostly frozen. There was just a little trickle coming down the hill and in through here. There's the other camera. This is a lot easier to reach when there is snow. So I set this in a new location and put a bit of a wedge behind it. So you can see it's kind of tried to get it to tilt down a bit to see the entire pond from this angle. I usually put it on one of 2 other trees. I wanted to try this early in the season to see if it captured more of what I want before the babies are being born. Well, I probably won't use this camera angle again, or this tree. It swayed way too much in the wind and made a bunch of extra triggers. One fun thing that it did capture was the melt-out process at the pond. It also was able to capture the first moose visiting to check on the pond as a water source for the year.
There. Yeah.
It does not matter how many times I've done this, I still just get so excited in anticipation of what I'm going to find every time I go out to check a trail camera. What new is sprouting in the woods? Am I gonna see any bunnies on the way? Just all this stuff. I love this time of year, these transition seasons. It's been a very long winter. It's fun to get reacquainted with just all of the plants that are sprouting, all of the animals that are coming back. Just getting excited about the adventures that we'll have over the warm months. We do have what I would consider 4 full seasons here, but more often I end up lumping them together into the warm season and the cold. Snow and no snow. I think everything else is equally excited. The growing season is so short up here this high. Everything and everyone has to take full advantage while they can. You can still see where I walked through here with snowshoes. The tracks become elevated as the snow melts out. It's such a cool thing. With some adjustments to placing, I went back out and reset up the cameras for the next few weeks. I've also got a new model on order. It's a model with great reviews. I'm really excited to get it all set up and tested and share those results with you all in a future video. Hope you enjoyed this one and the little extra tour of the land around the property. Stay tuned for future videos, hit like and subscribe, it always helps. And thanks so much for watching here on Cue the Moose.